Today we are going to talk about including the edit components, or we call it form components. Form. So creating the form on a VF page. So that is what we will learn, or rather creating form components. So form component is not a special type of component. It's just an editable thing. Okay. So let's go and create a page. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have designed. Now if you notice here, this is not this read only data. This is what we have been doing, right? In last few sessions we have done this display of data in different formats. But the point is that every time we are creating anything, that is read only data, right? You cannot go and edit it. There is no option of editing, right? Now in case we want to edit the data also, or we want the end users to allow editing the data on this page, then we will need input fields. Okay. Okay. So input field is a tag which you can put, and you have to put an attribute called value. In the value, you just have to put what value you want to display in that input field. So what will happen? This will give you an input field, small field kind of place where you can enter the value of this field. But wherever you are using an input field, it says that input field must occur between apex form tags, right? So whenever you want to use input field, you always have to put it within form tags. The way I told you yesterday that apex page block section will always be under apex page block, same way input field always has to be under apex form. So usually what I do, because you can have different input fields and all in the code. So what I prefer to do is right after starting the page, I put the form tag, okay, and I close it before closing the page. So it makes things simpler. So anytime when you think that you have some editable components on the page and you need an apex form, it's always advisable to put it right after the page, because the first thing has to be the page, apex page tag. Just put it as the next tag there. See? So input field gives you this kind of a field where you can edit the value, make changes. Here it was just a simple display, but with input field you get the field where you can make the changes also. Now I hope this is clear. The next thing that we have to understand is, if we are able to show the data in this way, editable format. Now the next thing that you would want to do is save the data. The changes which are being made need to be saved also, right? Otherwise, if I make a change here, now it is the phone number is 5127576,000. If I make it 6678. So whatever changes I make here, these need to be saved, right? And till the time I do not save the changes, it is just a part of the interface. It is not going into the database, right? So the changes need to be saved. So for saving, we need action or command button. So there is a tag called command button which is used for passing commands to the system. Apex command button value. So there is an attribute called value. In value you usually need to put the label of the command button. Save this. So whatever you want to display on the command button, and then there is an attribute called action. In action you have to define the action. So there is a default set of actions for this standard controller. Quick save is one of those actions. These are predefined actions, so we just need to give that. We just need to understand the syntax and we need to say quick save. So quick save will save the data and it will quickly save the data and stay on the same page. So now what we have, See, I made changes to this phone number, but it also again got refreshed, right? So till the time you do not save it, it is not permanent. The changes that you are making is only on the interface. So what we have to do, let's say we put X6678 and fax also I want to edit to 512757. Now before these changes can be actually stored in the database, you have to click on save this. The moment you click on save this, you will get to see the changes getting updated here. So now this has got changed or updated. Got this? So using the form component, it's very easy. Just that we have to use input fields and we have to use command button. Input fields will allow us to edit the data on the interface, and command button will allow us to save the changes. Okay. Anyone has any questions? Please let me know before I move into the next thing. Fine, all of us? Okay.